Hey guys, SA Stuart here, and today I have I wouldn't call it a large book haul, but a decent sized book haul, because my mum was away with her friend at the weekend, and she had a box of books for like to sell, a card book sale or whatever, and she told my mum to go through it and pick out books that she thought I would like, because she knew I'm a book lover. And so my mum picked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books. They're all like supernatural, paranormal, my usual reading. I think a couple of them are like children's books, or like that you'd find in a school library. But hey, when you get free books, you don't complain. So I want to get into this because, like I said, there is 10, and I have a tendency to ramble on randomly. So the first book, or books, I'm showing them together because it's a trilogy, and that's it's called Vampire Plagues. And then there's London. Oh, it's by Sebastian Rook. So there's London, Paris, and Mexico. So London, it just says here. I don't have great lighting, and this is like quite dark red and black. It's quite difficult for me to read. Right, so the ship reached the dockside just as the sun finally vanished. Suddenly a great black cloud seemed to billow up from the deck. It swooped straight at Jack, and he fell backwards off the bollard with a yell. Black creatures large as crows swarmed only feet overhead. They were bats, hundreds of them, the largest he had ever seen. And then it continues. The bats aren't the only thing to leave the ship that foggy London night in 1850. A small frightened figure scurried down the gangplank and staggers onto the docks. Ben has been on board for the whole voyage, and what he sees will haunt him for the rest of his life. Jack befriends him and listens to his story. It's a wild, outlandish tale of archaeology, superstition, and a strange fatal sickness. And the two boys talk. Little do they know what they face. As the two boys talk, sorry. Little do they know what they face. London is falling into a terrifying grip of the vampire plague, and only they can prevent its total destruction. So then it moves on to Paris, and it says, I don't know what's going on there. Strong hands grasped Jack's shoulders painfully from behind, and he looked up into the eyes of a vampire. He felt the claws prick through his skin, and small flowers of blood welled up through the white cloth. The vampire growled, and Jack felt the fangs sink into his throat. Then it continues. Jack wants to believe it was only a dream. The vampires are gone, banished for 1,000 years by an ancient ritual that sent their leader to the depths of hell. But he isn't so sure. That voice still echoes in his mind, the voice of the vampire god, promising to return. Jack's friend Ben and Emily say that it's his imagination, but it seems so real. Maybe Victorian London is safe, but a strange sickness is raging in Paris, a familiar sickness that leaves its victims drained of blood. It seems the vampires have moved on, and the fight must follow them. It's like the light keeps flickering on my camera. And then Mexico. A torch flared and burned with an orange flame. The flickering light chased away the blackness, revealing the dark figure that held it, and many, many more. Jack gazed up at the silent audience and saw, with a chill, that the torchlight shone red in 100 vampire eyes. Then it continues. The vampires are on the march, and Jack, Ben, and Emily are in the race of their lives. And for their lives, Finally, they are on the track of the last piece of the ancient amulet. Its incredible power will make the Mayan vampire god invincible, and plunge the world into everlasting darkness if he gets to it first. The amulet is hidden in a temple deep in the Mayan jungles somewhere. The three friends are only a few days ahead of Camazotz and his vampire followers, and they have no idea where to start. The odds seem hopeless, but giving up means the end of the world. So yeah, I think they're school books, to be honest, because it has that thing. I used to see that in other books at the school library. I don't know. Either way, seems quite interesting. Next, this is says Enter the World of a Fairy Romance, and it's called Wicked Lovely by Melissa Marr. So it says, Rule 3. Never stare at invisible fairies. Aislinn, I think that's how I pronounce the name, has always seen fairies, powerful and dangerous. They walk hidden in the mortal world. Rule 2. Never speak to invisible fairies. One of them, a beautiful fairy boy named Keenan, is trying to talk to her, asking questions. Aislinn is afraid to answer. Rule 1. Don't ever attract their attention. Now it's too late. Keenan is the Summer King and is determined that Aislinn will become the Summer Queen at any cost. Without her, summer itself will perish. So, sounds interesting. I don't think I've actually ever read a fairy book, to be honest. Not that I can recall, anyway. Next, it's The Medusa Amulet, A Deadly Race for the Eternal Life by Robert Lasello. So it says here, Florence, 1538. Artist Benvenuto Cellini creates the Medusa Amulet, a work of unimaginable power and menace. The amulet can grant immortality to anyone who stares into it on a moonlit night, but it soon falls into the wrong hands. Chicago, the present day. Art historian David Frankel's beloved sister Sarah is dying. When a mysterious widow offers him $1 million to find a legendary amulet, David seizes the chance to pay off Sarah's medical bills and offer her a chance of survival. The result is a desperate race against time that will take him across centuries and continents, from American archives to Renaissance courts, from the ramparts of French Revolution to the dark depths of the Nazi Party. And there are others who have heard of the amulet's powers, and they will stop at nothing to find it. So yeah, again, sounds quite interesting. And it's quite a big book. So I'm just trying to get through these quite quickly because I don't want to make this too long. So the next one is The 10th Chamber by Glenn Cooper. Deep inside lies a devastating secret. Again, it's quite a large book. I am certain to meet a horrible and painful death. I will die for the knowledge I possess. There has been blood, and there will be more. AD 1307. In the ancient abbey of Rueck, a mysterious brotherhood risked their lives to guard a secret that could change the world forever. AD 2010. Archaeologists Luce Simard and Sarah Mallory stumble across a lost medieval manuscript. Within its pages lies a riddle of clues pointing to the location of a long hidden chamber and a devastating truth. Luce and Sarah begin to unlock the secrets buried within the cavern, but find themselves at the very heart of an extraordinary conspiracy which a powerful sect have protected for centuries. Now the secret of the 10th chamber is about to be revealed. So, again, I think this is quite interesting. Next book. This is much like the one I'm reading right now, Eternal Kiss. It's Prom Nights from Hell, Paranormal Prom Stories from 5 hot authors. It's Meg Cabot or Cabot, Stephanie Meyer, or Mayer, whatever you pronounce her name, Kim Harrison, Michelle Jaffe, Lauren Miracle. I don't know, I'll let you read the names. I probably just butchered all of those. So yeah. It's 5 prom stories in one book. So it says, Worried that prom is gonna bite? In this collection, best-selling authors, including Stephanie Meyer, Meg Cabot, Stephanie Meyer, Twilight, and Meg Cabot, if that's how you pronounce it, had to be popular in the Princess Diaries. Take bad prom nights to a whole new level, a paranormally bad level. Wardrobe catastrophes and 2 Left Feet are nothing compared with discovering you're dancing with the Grim Reaper and he isn't here to tell you how hot you look. From vampire exterminations to angels fighting demons, these 5 stories will be more fun than any DJ in a bad dinner jacket. No corsage or limo rental necessary, just great, sexy, scary fun. So it sounds quite interesting as well. This one I'm pretty sure is a kid's book, though I'm not 100%. Okay, it's got like a little thing at the front. Anyway, it's called The Spook's Apprentice. Is He Brave Enough? By Joseph Delaney. Delaney? Yeah, Delaney. Anyway, so it says, warning, not to be read after dark. Someone has to stand against the dark, and you're the only one who can. For years the local spook has been keeping the country safe from evil. Now his time is coming to an end, but who will take over? Many apprentices have tried. Some floundered, some fled, some failed to stay alive. Just one boy is left, Thomas Ward. He is the last hope. But does he stand a chance against Mother Malkin, the most dangerous witch in the country? The first chilling tale in the Wardstone Chronicles. So that's that one. Again, I think it's a children's book, but that's alright. And then this big beast. I can't even pronounce it. Sepulture. I don't know. It's by Kate Moss, the author of #1 bestseller Labyrinth. Kate Moss or Mossy, I'm not sure how to pronounce that either. Ghosts, jewels, murders, ill-fated love, and conspiracy. Addictively readable, says the Daily Mail. So yeah. On the back it says 1891. 17-year-old Leonie Vernier and her brother abandoned Paris for the sanctuary of their aunt's isolated country house near Carcassonne, the Domaine Delicate. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not good with foreign languages. But Leonie stumbles across the ruined sepulchre, I think that's how you pronounce that, and a timeless mystery whose traces are written in blood. In 2007, Meredith Martin arrives at the Domaine Delicate to research a biography, but Meredith is also seeking the key to her own complex legacy and becomes immersed in the story of a tragic love and a missing girl. Of a tragic love, a missing girl, a unique deck of tarot cards, and the strange events of the cataclysmic night a century ago. So yeah, this is like huge. How big is this? So much other pages. Okay, it's got a whole bunch of random detail at the end of this book. Okay, it's also got sheet music at the end. So yeah, it's got sheet music. Random. And it's 732 pages. So it's gonna take a while to get through that one. But it doesn't sound too bad either. And the last book, which is really awesome, my mum managed to find a Gem and the Crystal book. It's a beginner's guide by Christina Arcati. Christina Arcati, I think. Probably just butchered her name. It's only got a few pages of like pictures to be able to identify crystals by look. but it does seem quite interesting. It has everything from choosing your crystals or gemstones, cleansing, charging, programming, keeping your stones, special types of stones, healing with crystal rod, chakra healing, working with pendulums, crystal meditation, aura healing, just more about healing stones, gemstones, elixirs and oils, treating physical complaints, treating stress, carrying a gemstone, healing your pet, meaning of the stones, the layouts, and the rest is just like the appendix of the book. I've got lucky and unlucky stones, pyramid power, visiting a crystal therapist. They're all part of the appendix. So it seems like it's quite small, but it seems like it'll keep you. Despite that, it seems like it's going to be very informational. What was I going to say? My brain isn't working again today. Seriously, as soon as I put this video on, it's just like my brain just stops working. Anyway, I know I don't usually like do reviews on my fucking pay-in books, but I will do a review on this just because I'm including it in this haul, you know, and I will let you know how that goes. I won't add the crystal book, I'll just read that at my leisure, but I will add all the other books to my TBR jar. I'm still reading that Eternal Kiss one. To be honest, I've been, between not sleeping, I went like 2 days without sleep not long ago. I didn't sleep last night either. So between not sleeping, having the wedding to organise, because obviously I've got like 2 months left. Well, like just literally days past, more than, what's today's date? I don't even know what today's date is. Whatever. I've literally just got like, I'm days away from being exactly 2 months. On the 6th of April will be 2 months. So yeah, I'm kind of really running low on time. I will be doing a video on my wedding dress soon, but I need to wait for the clothes bag because it just arrived in, like, you know, the bags that clothes arrive in, like the plastic bag. It didn't come in like a protective clothes bag that suits and dresses go in, which I thought it would have, but it didn't, so I've had to order one for myself. Because I don't want to be, because obviously I took it out and I tried it on. And I have to keep it hidden from my fiance, so I had to shove it back in the bag that I got it in, and I just think it's going to get a bit creased and out of shape if I keep it in there, so I want it in a bag and hung up, you know, to keep its shape and stuff. So I'll do a video, because I don't want to have to take out the bag again to put it back in to take it out, so I'll wait until I've got my clothes bag, like once it's arrived in the post, and I'll do a video just before I put it in there, if that makes any sense. And also the fact that my fiance is off for the next week, he's on holiday, so obviously I can't do it while he's here, so I'm going to have to wait until he's back at work. So yeah, I will get that done soon though. I'm completely in love with it, honestly. I never thought I could fall in love with a dress, but it's beautiful. It's plain, it's simple. It's not plain, it's got like patterns and sequins on it, but it's quite simple. It's not extravagant, and it has got one of those train things, which are really difficult to walk in. But it's beautiful, and it's satin. It's made of satin, and it's really goddamn heavy because it has got like a corset type body. It has got like, it's not the thick strong bones, but it has got bones, you know what I mean, corset, like corsets have their bones. It does have a few of them in it to keep me so it's quite constricting, but I won't be wearing it for long anyway, because after the wedding we go to the hotel for our reception, get the first dances and stuff out of the way, then I'm changing anyway because I don't want to ruin it. No, my luck, if I keep it on I'll end up ruining it with food or drink or something. Probably spilled my juice down or something. Anyway, yeah, it won't be on, only be on for a couple hours tops. But And trying it on was really difficult because I don't want anyone to see it until the day, not even my mum. No one's getting to see it, like, in person or on me. So it was really difficult to try it on by myself. Like I said, it's quite constricting, so I kind of had to jump out of it. It was quite funny. Oh, so yeah, I'm really excited about that. Because I didn't even expect it to arrive. It just kind of arrived. I can't remember what day it arrived now, but it just arrived because I was actually getting ready to email them because they're supposed to email me when it was shipped. But I got no email and I was beginning to worry because I was like, what happens when I do send it back for send it back for readjustments. So I was like, because they said it can take like 20 to 25 days because it's tailor made, so it take 20 to 25 days for them to even ship it. And it's been a month now. Well, it arrived just a couple of days off of a month. And I hadn't received an email, so I was getting worried. I was like, I'm gonna have an email and ask what's going on. And then that morning it arrived. I was like, okay then, thanks for letting me know. I mean, I was happy. I was so excited. But it was a surprise. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know it had even been shipped because they failed to let me know. But it arrived and it was perfect. And I do need alterations though, a little bit. Just the back fastening bit. I don't really know how to explain it. At the back there's a zip and then I've got the lace, the rest of the way up the back, got the lace. But the zip is at the top of my bum, and unfortunately I have a big bum. I've got, like, as people call it, a J-Lo bum, and because of this my zip doesn't want to go up, so I'm going to have to take it to an alteration shop and ask if they can take out the zip and just include continue down with the lace. Not the lace, the ribbon, sorry, not lace. It's laced up, it's ribbon. So I can have it as loose or as tight as I want or need, if that makes any sense at all. I'm not very good at explaining things, but anyway, other than that though, it fits perfectly. I just need that one little alteration, thanks to my sticky out bum. Fun stuff. And no matter how much weight I lose, that's just size and shape of my bum, so there's nothing I can do about it, So yeah, I've only got a couple of months to do that, and I'll need to figure out money because it didn't obviously include money for alteration, so fun stuff. But I've pretty much got everything apart from my bridesmaids stuff and my flower girl. My niece has been my flower girl. That's next month. But my fiance's got all his stuff ordered. I've got all my stuff ordered. I'm waiting until next month for the bridesmaid stuff because I've got one of my friends my online friend, she isn't sure she's going to be able to come up until April. She'll know in April she's able to afford to come up from England. And I don't want to have to buy my bridesmaid stuff until I know if I'm buying 2 or 3 bridesmaids things. Because I don't want to have to buy like my 2 bridesmaids, so I know it'd definitely be my bridesmaids, and have to go buy a third one separately, but I can just wait and buy them all together. It just makes a lot more sense to wait. And like I said, my best friend, her daughter, who's basically, she's my niece, because me and my best friend are more like sisters. Anyway, she's been my little flower girl, and so I need to buy her stuff, her little dress, her shoes and stuff, and her little basket just for her little petals. And then I need to, me and my fiance need to make an appointment with the registrar and talking about what I want. I've figured out the song that I want to walk down the aisle to, and we're still working on the song that we want to play like when we're leaving. We've got our first dance song planned, and there's never no question about that. both instantly knew what we wanted for that. But like I said, I think I mentioned before that because I'm not talking to my dad, my mum was giving me away, but my uncle is doing, like, you know how when you do your first dance with your husband, then you have a dad-daughter dance. Well, I'm having an uncle-niece dance. So I need to figure out a song to play for having my uncle-niece dance. I don't know what song to pick. It's really difficult because I don't want to pick a song that's romantic because it just feels weird. But I've got a little bit of time for that. But I'm in the middle of getting my wedding playlist. And it's really difficult because everyone going has got such different tastes. Like me and my other half are metalheads, you know, rock, punk, grunge, metal, like 80s, stuff like that, you know. And then pretty much everyone else that I know is going is more into like chart music and stuff like that, pop and hip hop and R&B and stuff like that. And I'm not saying I don't like that stuff because I'm quite controversial, but it's kind of hard to know what everyone's gonna like. You know, I want everyone to hear something that they like. So I'm also having to pick like golden oldie songs for all the older relatives that are gonna be there. So it's gonna be weird. The playlist is gonna go from like, say, Slipknot to Elvis Presley or someone else, you know, from way back when, to like Drake or something. I don't know. It's gonna be a really weird playlist, put it that way. It's gonna be really strange. Okay, I did not even plan to start blubbering on about my win, but oh well. So yeah. I keep asking people for ideas on what to play, but no one ever seems to reply to me, so I'm having to try and figure it out on my own. I'm just looking up most latest chart stuff, and of course, no matter if you like the stuff or not, you kind of just, you hear things and you know, like, oh, like that's in the charts right now, or oh, people are always talking about that song, so I'm putting things like that in, and then some old classic songs from like a few years ago, but still, it's songs that people will never stop loving, if you know what I mean. And of course, I don't want to. I know I shouldn't be winning because it's my win. We should do what we want, but I like to be fair to everyone. I like everyone to have a good time, you know. So when I'm picking like me and my fiance's like type of music, like heavier stuff, I'm trying to not make it too heavy because then the other guests would just be like, "What? What is this nonsense?" So I want to pick songs that we enjoy, but it won't give our other guests like a headache because we are quite heavy, like, you know, headbanging, gothic, or stuff like that, you know. So I'm trying to keep it quite. So, you know, we're still hear music we like, but it's on the mellower side of it. Because I want everyone to enjoy themselves. If we start playing our heavy music, other guests aren't going to enjoy themselves, and I just don't feel that's fair, you know. Plus, most of them will probably leave quite early because they've got kids and stuff, and they have to, like, everyone lives in a different time from me, so they probably won't be staying half the night anyway. So once they leave, I can just put on my own music anyway, you know, when it's just me and my friends who have the same taste in music as me and stuff. So yeah, it's really quite difficult to try and figure everything out. My hair is so crazy straggly today. I think I need to start straightening it, yeah. It's slowly growing and it's still really at the awkward stage. It's just a mess. This is why I usually shove it up, but I can't be bothered today. So anyway, that's like half an hour now, almost. So I think I should go. But I will say thank you for watching, and until my next video, I hope you have a wonderful day or night, whatever is who you are. Goodbye.